Response video to the Modern Mystic. But really just as a defense of inmendham, I suppose. So again, I guess this was just a setup. He was doing this little video interlude. He decided to jump in because I don't think he likes the fact that this is my honest opinion. Okay, take it for what it's worth. It's my honest impression. I think nihilism has taken a hit, over the last month. I think nihilists have been made to look a little bit ridiculous by simple observations that you could just make up stuff and say, look, here's a whole world of people suffering, and here's you on another planet, and guess what? You're not worth it. Yeah, guess what? You egomaniacal, power-hungry lunatics. Yeah, you're not worth it. You're too full of yourselves, too full of your addiction, and that's the key word. It's just out of their vocabulary. So I think that's what a lot of this conversation is about. Is they don't get it, and they've been forced to see it. They still don't want to get it. They're still not going to eat it, but it's been put in front of them, and they don't like it. And I'd say he is one of these people, these nihilists, and he's also one of these people who too has more respect for polite language than the truth. Veiling insults is just so much more pinky sophisticated. It's just the kind of thing you do. You veil insults. You just don't pull your dick out and whap somebody in the head with it. And that's fine. Okay, that's a taste difference. And so, I just couldn't care less. So anyway, I'll play his final little statement here. And he's made this statement before. So, like he's disappointed in Matt because Matt is a idiot and a liar and pretty much going to be a thief. He's disappointed with. Well, I won't even get into that one. But yeah, so he's disappointed with me because, yes, sometimes I act emotionally in defense of my own self in this whatever I'm doing on the internet thing. Because it just gets a little bit sickening, when people keep saying I have some give a damn about their idiotic, moronic life, that I want them not to be happy. And which is just a lie. I want to kill them because I'm resentful. No, I'm saying have as much fun as you want, just don't have babies, because guess what? You don't have a license to do that. And you still haven't given me a one paragraph. Like, I dare to ask for a one paragraph statement defending your right to procreate. That doesn't include words like I want, I insist I have, I deserve, or some other kind of wacky shit. The universe needs my spore. Well, go ahead. You could even say that, because then you'll look like an asshole, right? So, even that might be worth something. But yeah, they all wussy out. One stinking little crappy paragraph. I'm getting into the argument. I really don't want to argue the argument. I just want to argue the fact that, this isn't... You can sit there and critique my behavior and backseat drive, but this is always from people. You make a video every 6 months. You show up and say hello, right? You got out of this game because it was too much for you, and you're going to sit there and critique my survival techniques? Oh, fuck you. I mean, that's okay. You're entitled. You're entitled to have an opinion, and generically, basically, I'm going to respect it to some extent. But this whole video series demonstrated that your critique is false. Because obviously I can turn it on and I can turn it off. If somebody earns a little bit of my respect, then they won't get a reaction. But if they treat me with no respect, well, then they're going to get a reaction, and they should get a reaction. I mean, that's training them, really. And so whatever. And then you could just argue the basics here of YouTube mechanics. I don't play the game as I could play it. I could play it even more outrageously. But just look at the view numbers, okay? I mean, drama videos are going to get twice the views. So this critique is interesting, but I don't think it has anything to do with any kind of reality I'm in the middle of. And again, I don't see what you see. So I'm fine. your sensibilities have been offended. But to me, it looks like a perfectly good boob, and I'm going to say, hey, cool, I like it. And it bothers you? Well, too bad.
Resort to calling people not paedophiles has been utterly pathetic.
Yeah, I think it's worked on anybody who's mattered, right? So the people who are going to be even a more of an emotional asshole than me, going to be too stupid to even understand the method to that madness. The idea that you just lied like crazy. You made a video and lied about my intentions, lied about my philosophy, called me a cult leader, and all this other, called everybody else drones and mindless sobs, did all this crap. And so I'm going to lie about you. And the smart people understand that that's all I'm doing. And the moronic idiots are the ones who are all upset. You can't use that word. Yeah. I mean, it just goes back to the whole, look, I've been labeled a Holocaust denier because I just don't agree with one aspect of historical statements on what happened, in the 1940s. And so what? The reaction to that is to say, what? Thank you for lying about me? I really appreciate that. Well, maybe that's how you would have handled it, or maybe you would have just run away. Maybe. Yeah, I think so.
As has been your ranting and raving over the last... It's been really cranking up over the last few months.
Yeah, no, I'm just... pathetic. What is pathetic is the quality of the conversation, and we just demonstrated it again in this little series of videos, right? Okay, we're here, we are talking, trying to get to the nuts of what consciousness is and all that kind of crap. And the videos probably have less views than other videos. Who wants to talk about the details? Who wants to even deal with the implications of some truths and all that kind of stuff? But it's demonstrated that there's argument to be had if people want to spend a little tiny bit of effort to create it. And they don't. They want to argue this simple black-white communist capitalist bullshit. They don't want to get to anything, and they don't want to endure any of the work of getting past all these petty bullshit things that are going to happen. You're going to offend each other. That's part of being on the internet. And so you're going to have to learn how to deal with that. Yeah, you're going to have to learn with somebody calling you asshole one day, and then the next day you say, okay, let's start over, let's try again. But whatever. I don't think your admired nihilist cunts have survived well. I don't think Great Text or Tranquil or Antikantavad or even Snake Pilskinist have come off very well. Okay, so that's my impression. That's my opinion. I don't think they've come close to making an argument. Luddite Returns? Come on. You want to sit there and label something pathetic? That's pathetic.
And it is really sad and very pathetic, the hurt that you're trying to cause.
Well, again, so you say I'm trying to cause hurt, and I just think that's outrageously silly. I mean, these are grown men. Well, except for to be serious. But anyway, they're what? They're going to be hurt? I just don't buy that argument. What they're going to be hurt by is having to deal with the fact that they're making lame and shitty arguments. And that they are constantly changing the subject, and they are resorting to, like, the argument from you're a cult and all that kind of crap. I mean, that's what should be humiliating them, is their own frickin' arguments. So, yeah, I don't think so.
I know that the Gary brain, the inmendham brain, thinks now it's really on a mission, and nothing should stand in its way.
I don't even know if it goes that far, to tell you the truth. It just doesn't. It's just been, you arrive on planet Earth, I've gone through this, and then they just start lying to you. And maybe in a few months after you become conscious, whatever, you're 6 years old maybe, and you just realize, oh, fuck, I'm just going to get lied to all over the place. This whole thing is sort of a sham and a fraud. I'm on planet of the suck. And all these assholes are just pretending like this bullshit is what you live for. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't get any of this. And so, yeah, the game begins. So you fight back to this idea that, this is the right game to play. I mean, they're playing hopscotch on a baseball field, and it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Of whatever it's trying to do. But I ask you to reflect on that and try and take into consideration other people's feelings.
Well, there you go. See, I mean, now you're making an argument for my sensitivity to their feelings when they have perverted and distorted and, you know, in every way attempted to malign, belittle, trivialize not only my philosophy, but my character and my identity and my personality and everything about me. And here you are saying I should somehow be sympathetic to their needs. And then I'm just going to argue, sorry. No sale. I mean, you have to, and like I said, it doesn't take much respect. You don't have to give me much respect for me to give you respect back. It really doesn't take much. But these people will give nothing. So, fuck that.
And try and understand that you are not Gary inmendham. You are just a brain in America somewhere that's on its normal, standard, absolutely to be expected ego trip. That is what brains do.
And I've made videos pointing that out. Again, there's been no... I'm not running away from the fact that I am an asshole. I mean, I've said it, and yeah, maybe the fact that I'm saying it is some sort of reverse psychology. Now, okay, now give me permission to be an asshole because I've declared myself an asshole. And so, yeah, somebody will engineer that to be some sort of self-serving move where, yeah, he's just calling himself an asshole, so now he could be an asshole, and no one can call him on being an asshole. I mean, you know, all of this psychological bibble-babble doesn't mean a fucking hell of a lot. All I'm doing is swimming in this fucking putrid, wavy little cesspool. And, yes, sometimes I'm not going to look too good doing it. Sometimes I'm going to look like I'm drowning. Sometimes, yeah, I'm going to be making funny faces. Yeah, so what? That's what can I? Okay, so now I'm just making another excuse, right? He's just going to contrive another excuse. I'm doing the best I can. Well, no, that's not good enough. Or no, that's just an excuse to not do better. Well, I think I demonstrated my betterness. I guess I didn't react to a single one of your little snappy traps you set here. I didn't jump in. I didn't play your game. So clearly, this might have been a great finale if you had caught some fish in your net, but there's nothing in your net. And so this is just looking kind of lame. You talking about what a great catch you got when you didn't catch nothing.
And I'm saying, calm it down. Brains should not be taken so seriously. Given half a chance, they just make shit up.
Oh. Okay, fine. Okay, this backseat driving would be really great if it was coming from somebody who's actually, you know, influenced the world or actually successfully accomplished the I will convert people to rationality through YouTube. All right, so until you show me the guy who's actually accomplished that task without putting on a fucking miniskirt and, you know, dancing with a hula hoop, or put a banana up their ass, I mean, until you show me where intellectualism has won on the internet, wow, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'd love to mimic somebody who's doing it right, so show me somebody who's doing it right and I'll mimic them. But all I see is clowns and fools. Clowns and fools. That's the only thing that wins in the world is clowns and fools. So apparently you have to have some of either clown or fool in you or you're not going to get anywhere. You have to have some measure of it. Because if you try to go with none at all, you'll just die. You know, the internet will suffocate you.
All sorts of silly shit, and you're just getting completely carried away with yourself, and in modern parlance, making a complete arse of yourself.
Okay, fine. Yeah, I'll write it down. Mystic is again complaining about my behavior. Okay. And I guess I'll do the same thing I did the last time. I'll say, okay, but I really don't know what exactly I'm supposed to do different, or how I'm supposed to do it differently, or if I do it differently, how it would make any difference whatso fucking ever. So I guess until I have some evidence that it fucking goddamn matters, I'm just going to keep throwing shit and see if anything works. You know, wooden torpedo, one of those throwy catapulting mud, I don't know. I'm just going to do whatever I can figure might work on this, whatever, this Goliath of bullshit that's out there. You know, isn't that what it comes down to? That you'd never know the rock that's actually going to work, or the stupid thing. You're going to come up with some dumb idea. You know, I'll just catch his foot on fire, and then when he lifts up his other foot, I'll throw a porcupine at his nuts, and he'll fall over. I mean, it's going to be some stupid way you're going to win in the end. But whatever. Whatever. Critique accepted. Okay, nag, nag, nag. Fine, you got your nag in. Oh, I've been officially nagged. Thank you. Yeah, like I don't get that every fucking day. Comment after comment after comment of raggy, useless crap. So thank you. I needed some more of that. It's very helpful. Yeah. Alright, so anyway. So yeah, totally off subject, but it really isn't, in a way, I don't think. There is a little bit of gang warfare. There's a thing going on here. There is, it is atheist, like, I can't even say naturalistic, because, the crazy nihilists like to think evolution has a plan. So they're big defenders of DNA molecule as God. So you can't even go with, like, natural philosophy against some kind of wacky, human-centric philosophy. Individual human-centric, which is even a bigger joke. I'm an individualist. I can't be called an atheist. I can't be pigeonholed. I'm a free thinker. I mean, it's just such a pile of shit. These free thinkers who, every other word. I'm Irish. I'm not an atheist, but I'm Irish. I drink. I fight. I'm Irish. But I'm not an atheist, but I'm Irish all over the place. I'm a big, fat, bald Irish guy. I'm Irish. But they can't call themselves an atheist. Fuck. Yeah, right. And I'm supposed to be gentle when I fuck them with a little bit of reality. No, I think you can't find a telephone pole splintery enough for their asses. These fucking idiots. Alright. There. Was that useless enough a response? Yeah, it's pretty close to it. But whatever. Whatever will happen will happen. The determinism of the programming, the wackiness is in progress. So yeah, I can only do so much to control how the fucking bile will fly out of the hose of redemption. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So whatever. But I think I already demonstrated your argument is 2 weeks too late. Right? I mean, it really is a late argument. It's really late to show up with that one. I didn't even call Anti-Bullshit Man a pedophile. Thought about it, but, I didn't. I did put him in the little Willie category, though. Ballless wonder. Anyway, things vagina or something. Anyway, I think we're done. Yeah. But, yeah, no, fuck these assholes. Again, and I'm just going to argue that I have a right to defend myself. There is a certain amount of disrespect you take, and then there's a certain amount where you just say, no, there's got to be lines somewhere. There's got to be some sort of boundaries here. Yeah, and I'm going to defend inmendham now and then. So, or not. Maybe I'm done. Maybe I've been fucked enough times, and I just don't give a fuck about the fucking. And so, yeah, go ahead. Spew your swilliest and see if it bugs me. I don't think it will much anymore. I'm just kind of done giving a shit about this crap. And as I think I do demonstrate, as soon as somebody starts having anything close to a serious conversation about anything, I do want in. And I can be extremely generous in the argument. It can be. Well, whatever. This wasn't much fun. Yeah, well, it didn't do me much good. Thank you very much. The end. Thank you. Moving on now. Next video coming soon.